Hey everyone, Skull902 here, and today I've decided to take a look at a Flash game released in February 2004. This is Ultimate Flash Sonic. This is a fan game, of course, made by someone. uh, I believe the name is Dennis GD. Could be wrong. I think that's what it said at the beginning. But yeah, this is Ultimate Flash Sonic. It was released in 2004. And it's one that I remember playing back when I first got into Sonic and a little bit afterward. In 2007-08, I would play this every once in a while for funsies, and I remembered it recently, so I was like, I have the technology, so why don't I go ahead and make a let's play of it, because, why the fuck not, right? Right? Actually, come to think of it, recording the Let's Play of this was a fucking bitch and a half, ladies and gentlemen, because this game has some problems, probably due to being a 2004 Flash recreation of the Sonic franchise, and for the time and everything, this is a very good attempt at a fan game. It's not perfect by any means, but you gotta remember that, like, when this game came out and all that shit, so it was a very good attempt. I would say it's 2 acts long, so I mean it's not terribly long to beat or anything. This playthrough was like 9 minutes, and I've got some extra stuff too that I decided not to put in another video. So we're getting the extras right at the end here after the main playthrough. But yeah. Anyway, the main point of this, even though it is a good attempt, and especially for the time, at recreating Sonic in Flash, like, you got all the momentum physics and whatnot and everything, sometimes things are wonky. And what I mean by that is, like, I think we saw it earlier in this zone, where, like, I'll jump and hit a corner, but I feel like in the classic Sonic games, or in Sonic Advance, which this game is trying to emulate, that I would, like, end up on the higher platform if I'm hugging the wall, but, like, in this one it brings you back down, and my goodness, I have run into so many fucking spikes that way playing this game. It's just insane sometimes. Here's the first boss. Let me take a break in what I was saying here. The bosses in this game, both of them work in this way where they're doing their thing, and after you get half of the hits on them, they go into like a panic mode. I think this is similar to stuff that happens in Sonic Advance. I'm not terribly familiar with the Advance series, so I can't say for sure, but there you go. And Sonic doesn't auto-run in the middle when you beat a boss, so that's how he's hanging. But yeah, like, say, like, I bump into spikes, right? I don't get any invincibility frames if I get hit in this game, which, like, oh my god, it's so infuriating sometimes. You like, say there, if I had jumped up and hit the corner and then just got sent immediately downward, I would have hit the spikes and then hit them again with no time to recover, and then I would have died. And that's just it really is frustrating sometimes. Like, I don't really blame the developer. I mean, from what it seems like on his Newgrounds page, there's only 3 games in here, and this is the second of the 3. So I'm gonna presume the programmer didn't have much experience, but at the same time, what you gonna do? It's not fun to experience that sort of thing, because that was in Sonic 1, the spike glitch, but it's not like it's happening all the time when you hit an enemy, and whatever. Fuck it. When you get hit by an enemy, I should say. So the physics are a little wonky. Like this part, I actually had to be extremely careful jumping across these platforms, so that I didn't go back into that pit again, and yeah, it's just oof. What can I say? It's just oof. But you know, for the wackiness of the physics, it is a competently made game. So, you know, good for that. Good for that. But this game, it took me like 4 bajillion attempts to record, and I would get so fucking frustrated because like I would lose a run to a death, right? And like it's not super important for me, you know, to get no death runs, but in this game I thought that for the sake of my editing it would be better to just not die since the game is so short, so that would fuck up my playthroughs. Getting hit too many times during one or both of the bosses would fuck up my playthroughs, and it was just oof. One time in particular, actually there were 2 times. I had fully recorded everything that I wanted, but like the first time the footage came out shitty because I'm like my OBS settings are 480p and I'm playing this in a window, and I was playing this on a site where like you know the window was not the full size of the game. What I should say is that the game didn't take up all the size of the window pretty much, so the the footage turned out extremely blurry. And then the second time when I recorded everything, there was no sound because I had updated Windows, and for some reason that fucked up with a lot of my settings. So I had no fucking sound in the video. So that was very annoying. So you know it's thankfully though I was able to get this down and get it the way that I wanted to. And look at that, we've already beaten the boss, and this boss is a fucker. I swear, like the other boss can hit me once or twice or whatever, but I think I have that pattern down pretty well. But the other boss, for fuck's sake, like Jesus fucking Christ, I cannot get that fucking pattern down, especially when he goes into freak out mode. It's just ooh. And with those physics, because sometimes you can hit him, but then it'll send you into the bomb explosion and that hits you. So, what the fuck? Oh, menace.ch apparently. Oh, it wasn't Dennis GD. It was oh, okay, Dennis _ GID. I see what you're doing there, Mr. Dennis. Silly me. But yeah, like that boss can be a total fucker. A lot of my recording attempts were completely fucked up by that boss. In fact, I'd have to say that most of them were. Most of them were definitely fucked up by that boss. And oh boy, Sonic Advance 2, best game. Well, I don't think I would say that. Like the beginning screen and the ending screen, or I should say the credits, really push Sonic Advance 2. They really want you to play it. Apparently, the people that made this game just love the shit out of Sonic Advance 2. But now we're going to be looking at the cheat code that we saw at Sonic's ending screen. This is Sonic Run 2. And what this does is it changes Sonic's running animation. Also, I should point out, when you beat the game as any of the characters, it'll give you a level select. So it's not like if I beat the game as Sonic, then every character gets a level select. It's on an individual basis. But here's Sonic Run 2. It changes his running animation, and I swear to God, it feels faster. I don't know if that's just my mind playing tricks with me, but it seems like when I play as Sonic and I'm using this code, I am running faster than I would be otherwise, but, you know, whatever. There are a few other playable characters. Here's Tails. And, you know, after you unlock everything, after you beat Cream, after you beat the game with Cream, you unlock Amy, and after you beat the game with Amy, you unlock Shadow. So that's why I showed that off. But Tails, you know, he plays much like you would expect him to, exactly like Sonic, except with the addition of being able to fly. Tails gets tired quicker than you would think he does, or like quicker than usual, but, you know, Yeah. So Tails' cheat is Tails Follow. When you beat the game as Tails, you unlock this, and it doesn't work with Tails, but it works with the other characters. And, Tails will just fly behind you as you're running by and playing all the zones and whatever. Now, here's something that works with Tails and Cream, and it's something I really appreciate because, again, this boss is a total fucker. What I like to do is like farm some rings here and just fly over to the other side where you can't possibly get me, and then I'll hit them like that. Most of the time you will get hit when you do this, but I personally just I don't think much of it because you get ample time to regain your rings, so it's not like you're ever really starving for rings. But yeah, good shit. Here's Knuckles. Now, if you're really dying to play Knuckles in this game, you're going to be a little disappointed because what I'm trying to do there is glide, but Knuckles does not glide. So functionally, Knuckles is the exact same as Sonic. That I find a little unfortunate, but again, like it does seem like menace.ch or Dennis Gid, whatever he wants to be called, just like doesn't. That's kind of the thing that I'm talking about. Is that can be some bullshit right there. So Knuckles is functionally the same as Sonic, but I can't really blame him. But this is Knuckles' cheat when you beat the game. It's called Behind, and basically it's kind of like when you duck on a white block in Super Mario Bros. 3, it puts you in the background. Not a very functional cheat, or I should say not a very useful one, but whatever, it's neat. So here's Cream's gameplay. Basically, Cream just plays the same as Tails. It's not really remarkable or different or anything, yeah, so Cream's cheat is called Big Cheese, and essentially it's just the same shit, but cheese is bigger, so, good stuff. Good. Oh my god! Amy's gameplay. Yes, let's move on. So, once again, we don't really get much variation. Amy plays exactly the same as Sonic does. However, I wanted to show off her spin dash animation because it's a little weird. She does immediately curl up into a ball, so it's not like I'm pressing down or anything, but like the actual spin dash animation, her revving it up, is very different. So here's Amy's ending, and the reason why I wanted to show that off is because when you beat the game, instead of the normal credits music like you heard earlier, it's the Team Rose theme, and I think that is a really neat touch. Amy is the only character whose credits music changes, hence why I'm only showing her ending as opposed to everyone's. And I'd like to take this moment to say that Team Rose, the Team Rose theme is, like, it's such an Amy theme, and actually I quite like it a lot. And it's definitely better than My Sweet Passion, holy shit. Amy gets 2 cheats when you beat the game as her. The first one is Moon, and when you turn it on, everything has moon physics. So you jump really high, you run slow, but like everything just works as if it was being played on the moon. So of course this works on the boosters and the springs as well. It's kind of neat to jump around and just like skip everything. And the second cheat that you get when you beat Amy's game is the jukebox. So when you go into the game and you pause, you get all the songs that are featured in the game. So you get the boss pinch, you get the boss music, you get the credits, you get the level select, the menu music, the Team Rose theme, and both of the zones. So again, just another neat touch. That they put in a sound test mode You know, just another thing that it's a good thing that they put in there, and I quite appreciate it. Now here's Shadow's gameplay, and this is the last thing that I'm going to be showing here because Shadow doesn't get a cheat when you beat his game. Just a congratulations screen, pretty much. Again, Shadow is just another skin basically for Sonic. He doesn't play any differently. He just has a few changed animations and of course his own sprites. But you know. It's another just neat little thing that they put in there. You know, Shadow is a popular character. I'm sure some people would want to play as him. So there is an unlock everything code, and there are cheat codes that you enter in the password menu that you can access from the main menu. So I'm going to be putting all those in the description. So with the little time that I have left, I'll just say that Ultimate Flash Sonic is a neat game, and I think that you should check it out. So thanks for watching, and have yourselves a wonderful day.